Welcome along to the 7th episode of the Grime Scene Investigation podcast. My name's Blondie. I'm here with... How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm buzzing to get started on this week because we've had a lot of... we've got a lot to talk about in it mainly because of the producers and especially Dot Rotten, Zeph Ellis, man. He's on a mad one. He's been sending all December, keeping tradition, with war in season.
Yeah, definitely.
And his latest target, I should say, is JME.
Yeah, that one's a bit of a mad one for me. That come out of left field because, 2 weeks ago, I would have never thought Dot would send for JME. I thought JME was exempt, being who JME is and what he's about and how he champions other MCs. But I don't know the exact politics behind it, but I think it's got something to do with too many, man. Dot came in, it was ease. And he said that he's going to claim it back. So obviously he's felt a certain way about it, and he's made JME flow, the dub. And basically it weren't too. He didn't go too in on JME, but he obviously used his flow, which he nailed, by the way, 100%. Got it spot on. Yeah, and he sent a dub. I'm not really too keen on it. I rate the fact that, like I said, he used JME's dub and he got it spot on. But as far as bars, it weren't personal enough for me as far as a dub goes. But yeah, Dot's come back. He's been on this hype. I mean, this is like the fourth, fifth person that he sent for. And he single-handedly, on his own, is resurrecting the golden age of grime, where if you feel disrespected, you're dropping a dub. You're not dropping a DM. You're not dropping a tweet. It's just that I feel disrespected. I'm getting in studio and I'm going to let you know how I feel. And for me, I love all that. That is grime for me. I don't know how you feel, but personally, I love all that.
No, that's what we've been begging for, innit? Since we started this podcast, every week we've been going, is this a beef? Is that beef? We were going from like Wiley Dizzy to Wiley Skepta to Yizzy and fucking whoever it was. Like we was going Funky D. And now Dot Rotten, he's providing. And this is the thing. This is what has frustrated us from the start. It's like how, especially Wiley and Dot Rotten, they're the main two that are sending just for bare people, and no one's clapping back, bro. It's mad, and it's just. I mean, what Dot has sent for? Yeah, in the last few weeks, J1, P Money, Sass Killer, Black the Ripper, fucking now JME, Steel Bangles as well. And it's interesting what you said there about Jamie, because he seems a bit untouchable, but this is what I like about Dot Rotten. He doesn't give a shit about that. Like Jamie is a bit of a golden boy in it, in that he's like no one ever says anything bad about him in it. When and fair play, because he's got a good image and everything, but everyone feels he's safe in it. Like no one feels the need to like say anything bad about him in it. A bit like Stormzy as well. Like you never see someone like this him really, but Dot Rotten obviously doesn't give a shit about that. He's woken up on the wrong side of bed again, and he's gone right. I'm sending for JME, and like you say, it wasn't your textbook send, was it? It was like he was just mocking JME basically. He was just taking the piss. He was like just making his flow just sound shit. Like he nailed it. Like you say, he got it nailed on. And I think. You actually afterwards, I sat there and thought, "Oh shit, Jamie's actually like he's not even that. He's a bit basic, innit? Like really? Dot did a good job at what he wanted to do, innit? Which wasn't necessarily like go personal or anything. He just wanted to just show that Jamie, in his opinion, is a shit MC, and he tweeted that as well, like he's the worst MC or some shit, innit?
Yeah, but if you listen to it, like you just alluded to, basically, I never see how basic Jamie really sounded because he was so catchy with it, you know what I mean? Like on these tracks, they're very catchy, so you don't really listen to the basic side. But when you actually listen to someone else doing their basically an impression of said MC, you realize, oh, this is a little bit basic. Like, it's so, I could do this flow, and I'm not an MC,
Yeah.
And that obviously was Doc Rotten's aim. And he's just saying, look, you're rubbish, basically. Like, to me, Jamie is obviously not rubbish, but to Dot, he is. You know what I mean?
Nah, of course, and that's it. Because what I think it was last week, I was using Jamie as an example of an MC, like a great MC, like a legend, but that's not quite complete for me because he's never been in a war, and this is his chance now. Because obviously, like Dot, he's an experienced guy. Do you know what I'm saying? He's had clashes at the highest level with some of the best MCs, of all time. Jamie's never done that, so it's like if he does reply, which obviously we all hope he does, including Wiley, by the way, because like Wiley's he's sort of stirring it in it because he's got connection with people.
He has.
And he's gone out there and gone, yeah, you know what, Jamie, like obviously you don't have to do shit, but you should, innit? Do you know what I mean? You should reply. And he's just like all of us, bruv. He just wants to see Grime back. Like fucking the main bit about Grime is fucking clashing, innit? And
that's what he just built on.
More of that. He's been trying it himself, and he's probably quite happy that Dot's come along and taken some of the warring pressure off him now, because it was Wiley in November and October and September even going at random people in it, and now Dot's sort of doing that now, and like, yeah, man. And Jamie should reply, bruv. There's no reason not to. He's been disrespected, not in a way that can't be, like it's not like nothing deep or personal. It's just like this is a great chance to prove, if you actually that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I fully agree. Like, I don't think we're gonna get a reply from Jamie, but I think we need a reply from Jamie, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But I don't know if you agree, but I know there's been a lot of positive things that have happened in Grime this year. There's a lot of young MCs that have come through and like showcased themselves. They really proven what they're about. But for me, it's been a bit of a boring one in some months. There's not been a lot going on, and single-handedly, Dot has just entertained Grime for the past 3 months or so with these sends, and we're getting excited because we're thinking that's what Grime's built on. That's the foundation of Grime, innit? It's dubs. If you feel disrespected, you drop a dub, and Dot he's resurrected that single-handedly. I keep saying this, but he's adding that excitement back as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it should be, and he hasn't necessarily. Jamie hasn't necessarily gone and said anything or done anything. This is something he's dug up from a while ago, but he's just keeping the sort of tradition of how Grime should be. Do you know what I'm saying? And something he tweeted, which was really interesting, and I really agreed with, was that if Jamie doesn't reply, then Grime MC, the album, is void. Like everything you're trying to keep because Jamie, the whole point of that album in it was to try and take Grime back to the old days where you get a vinyl CD and that. But that was also like that was when all these wars were like commonplace, innit? So
you know what, that is a fantastic point, because if you're calling your album Grime MC and you're a Grime MC and you're getting sent for it as a Grime MC, surely you should be replying to that.
Exactly, and it's quite embarrassing if you don't. You know
yeah.
Because I did a little bit of digging around before we recorded this episode. So I went back and listened to Jamie's album, Grime MC, and he's always done this, and this sort of frustrates me about MCs that have never been in a war, because they always talk about how they would murk someone, or how they would destroy someone, or how they would do this and that, but you've never kind of done that, so you're kind of imagining what, and I'm not going to lie, yeah, DEE does that as well. I love D-Double, but like, you know what I'm saying? These MCs that just MC about MCing. Jamie's never, to my knowledge, ever got in a war. So
has he actually been called out for a while though? I think Big Eight's called him out once, but has anyone ever had that sort of issue with Jamie?
Nah, that's true, because he's safe, isn't it? Like we said before, he's a safe guy, isn't it? So no one's he's never given anyone a reason to. But yeah, like, and that's the other thing as well, because like, yeah, it's the whole fact that, and this is what I'm saying. Like in the research I did as well, I listened back to Dot Rotten's previous sends, like Original Real Talk, and obviously the J1 send, and I noticed he actually mentioned Jamie in the Original Real Talk. I didn't notice it, but when I listened to it back after he dropped the JME dub, he actually mentions JME. He says like, I'm in a parallel universe, like, and Jamie's a cannibal. It wasn't exactly like that, but he said Jamie's name, like he's a cannibal, which is mad, isn't it? So I mean, that's because obviously Jamie's like on this whole vegan thing, and then
yeah.
I don't know, and then he dropped this dub a few days later, you know, taking the piss out of him basically. And yeah, and if Jamie like is so convinced in all of his bars that he would, you know, and he always chats about, yeah, you know, people hating on me and stuff. Bro, I've never seen anyone hate on Jamie for real, bro. I've never seen someone like, and same with Stormzy and people like that. Like, I've never actually seen anyone disrespect Jamie until now. Really,
It's
I
because
don't know about you.
it's because he's the most likable guy. Like
Nah,
Jamie's the
then why
most.
is he saying that he's got haters? You don't have haters, bro.
But he's got haters because like I think maybe he feels that people think he's too basic. He shouldn't be an MC. He's only big because of Skepta or whatever, you know. And maybe he feels that's why they hate on him. But personally, I think it's because he's such a likable guy. Like I said, I didn't really see this saying coming from it. Just come out in left field, and I was just like, whoa. I listened to it. I didn't think it was all that personally. I liked the actual the flow bit because he actually nailed it. And yeah, like you said though, like you've had it stuck on your toes now, like as the saying goes. Now it's time to put up or shut up. You know, it's as simple as that, isn't it? Either reply or just realise you're not about that sort of. And when I say not about that, I don't mean violence. I'm on about that sort of clashing environment.
Yeah, are you really a grime MC? Because if you are, you'd have already dropped a dub if we're being real. Do you know what I mean?
Let's be honest. If it was Wiley, you would have got a dub that same evening.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And and there's a lot of that. And Dot Rotten is someone I feel like it would be easy to write 96 bars dissing him. Do you know what I mean? So like, there's no excuse. It's not even like Jamie. Because the thing about Jamie, like, so what I was trying to say about like how he apparently has haters. I think like this is because you were saying like he thinks that these people like I don't know because it's like he's inventing haters as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Like he's inventing haters and then inventing a situation in which he would clash these imaginary haters. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know because Jamie for me he's a little bit of a perfect Peter. You get me? Like no one. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like no one. This is him. He's just a nice guy in it. But then what actually happens when someone actually hates on you and actually sends for you? What are you gonna do? This is
this is it now, isn't it?
Big test of Jamie for me.
Yeah,
more so
definitely.
than, a lot of stuff that he's done. I don't know. It's just and this is it. This is Warring season. Wiley's been sending for people now. Dot's sending for people. Dot also sent for Steel Bangles. I don't know if you heard that, Dub.
I heard the dub, but to be honest, I haven't really took much notice of that little, because I feel that's just like two friends who've had a little falling out. You know what I mean? And
because that was some Eminem remix, innit? I kind of was.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen on that. It's not my sort of grime beef. You know what I mean? I like the grime beef where there's gonna be personals and all that. You know, there is. You know, I'm just not. That's just not for me.
And as well, because Steel Bangles isn't grime.
No, exactly.
So, but yeah, like you say, it does seem like there's just been a little bit of a disagreement with them because I think they tried collabing and then they felt inevitably, as you would with Dot Rotten. I think even Wiley said about it, he's like, yeah, I knew this partnership wasn't going to last long, innit? It's like, yeah, no, I can't really see people like working with Dot Rotten for too long in it, like just because the way he is, like, and that's sick. Like, imagine how boring grime would be without Wiley. You know,
yeah, exactly.
How it should be, man.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
yeah, it's like, but someone needs to clap back soon because, like, you've got people like Saskula who haven't got much going for them recently and jumping on Grime for Corbin and stuff. Like, you've got a chance to actually prove you are such a legendary Grime MC. You've got a chance to prove it. And what you do?
No, like I'm saying, no disrespect to any of them because I rate them all for different reasons. But if you're getting sent for, eventually you're gonna have to send back. Just out of your pride, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're getting called all these names and all this, and you're just sitting there taking it. Like, I don't think Jamie would know too much about what people are saying on Twitter because he's no longer on Twitter. So
he's got people around him, innit?
He'll know that he's been sent for, but he won't know, like, because he ain't gonna see antagonizing posts from Twitter users. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I think MC send or reply because Twitter users have gassed them up to do that. Whereas
Yeah.
he's not, Jamie's not going to see none of that. You know what I mean? So I don't think we're going to get a reply. But yeah, I'm loving what Dot's doing. He's coming back and he's on a high. He's putting them up on Spotify as well, by the way.
I saw that. I was so happy about that.
Yeah, which I'm so glad about because it's better quality than YouTube and that, innit? So, you know what I mean? Get it out there, man.
Yeah, exactly. But that's it, man. I think, yeah, Jamie definitely needs to reply while he's backed that as well. And that's it. And it's funny as well, like, touching on it, because I tweeted about it on the GSI Pod Twitter account. That it's just funny how the only person that Dot Rotten is actually blessed with right now is Wiley.
Yeah,
Like,
it's come full circle, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, and it's funny as well because them two are the most war ready right now. It's like they should just clash each other just for a laugh.
Yeah, I just that would be a very enjoyable clash because obviously we've had the dubs in the past. So
it's mad. They're blessed now. So
it's a great Grime's a crazy world, isn't it?
Exactly. You never know what to expect, innit?
Never.
And this is the other thing as well, because we talked about this a week or two ago as well. The fact that, like, these big grime platforms, because you know, I've seen people like saying, for example, Footsie, he tweeted out, "Oh, why would you send for JME?" Blah blah blah, and then someone replies, "What send?" Do you know what I mean? People don't even know about it because it's not being spread on mainstream grime platforms like GRM Daily, like Link Up TV. They're failing us again. We spoke about this the other day. And they're still ignoring Dot Rotten completely. Like GM Daily, the whole point of your like the name Daily, it's like you're meant to be talking about what's happening in the scene on a daily basis, isn't it? And something as big as Jamie being sent for, yeah, that's huge. And they're acting like it hasn't even happened. Like Dot Rotten doesn't even exist, and that's wrong, man. Like. Where are your roots, bruv? Do you know what I mean? Like, what about 10 years ago? Like when you was posting, like, you know, P Money and Gets, they had those back and forth. That was all on GRM Daily. And nowadays, like, you know, you're just seeing just these basic rap videos every day. They all look the same. And when really, like, the grime that's happening is fucking Dot Rotten sending for people, and you're acting like it doesn't exist. That's wrong, man.
That's what I mean. It's not like it's not just one dub, you know, that come out of the blue and they've just thought, oh, like I'm not gonna bother posting that. It's been like the fourth or fifth dub that Dot has dropped, and you haven't posted one of them. Now, personally, to me, that stinks. That stinks of there's a personal issue from someone that works in GRM or one of these other platforms that they've got with Dot. Now, I don't like none of that because you should be impartial. You should be like unbiased, you know what I mean? If MCA has a problem with MCB, you let them clash and sort it out themselves. But you should be writing about it because basically that's exactly what you are. That's what your platform is about. You know what I mean? Like Dots, he's giving you 5 dubs. He's giving you things to write about for the next month, and you haven't done anything.
Exactly.
A retweet.
Just churning out these videos, bruv. Like, not being funny, yeah, but like, all these videos are the same, and it's like, for example, these like music videos, they're always sick. They're always like interesting. They're always like got that artistic stamp on them, innit? Yeah, same with Dizzy Rascal. Same with Bugsy Malone. Same with Skepta. Like, all their videos are different. They're all interesting, innit? Instead, yeah, you've got GRM Daily posting these dead videos that all look the same, man. Like on Insta, when you're scrolling down their feed and the videos autoplay, like I can already hear them without even needing to turn the volume on because they're all in front of some flashy car in it. They're wearing fucking Supreme or whatever, yeah. Fucking got some dancers there. You're all there with cups of like booze in your hand. It's just dead, man. Like either make a creative video or take it old school and just stand in front of a brick wall and spray your bars, innit? Like
exactly that. Exactly that. You
know what I mean? Like. And instead you've just got this is what GRM's pushing, this shit, yeah. When you've got Dot just sending for, man, like what's going on? You're sharing when Wiley was doing it, fair play. But what about Dot Rotten? It's not like he's some up and coming MC as well. This guy's been around since the fucking dawn of grime, innit? Like, so
it's almost as if they're blackballing him. I'm not accusing him of blackballing him, by the way, but it's almost as if someone is blackballing Dot on purpose, and that's not that's not right to me. You know, you should just let the creators be creators and then do what you do. You know what I mean? Don't get involved in personal issues that ain't got nothing to do with you.
That's it, exactly. It's like imagine like a newspaper, because that's effectively what GRM Daily. Well, at least they were, innit? They're not like that anymore.
Yeah.
They're sellouts, bro. I'm not going to lie, and it's not obviously just GRM Daily. It's Link Up TV. There's many platforms that just are ignoring all of this, and that's wrong. So, like, you've gone. It's like a newspaper just not talking about the elections because you didn't like how it went. That's bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You can even take sides in it. You can even, if you like, you can have a bit of bias, but like at least talk about it. It's like censorship, bro, isn't it? Like you say, blackballing.
Yeah, they're re-choosing the whole situation, and it's like, I get if you're friends with P Money, I get if you're friends with JME, but like you said, you can adapt it and make it seem like it's a rubbish thing or something, but at least you're talking about it. Whereas within this situation, they're not even discussing it, they're not talking about it, they're not raising any awareness of them dubs actually being out there, or Dot dropping a new release or whatever. Like they're just acting blind, acting oblivious, and I don't think that's right.
Exactly, bro. It's so dead, man. Like I just don't understand it. And do you know what it is as well? I would be interested to see if JME replied, and then how would they react? Like all these platforms, would they then talk about it? Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know, man.
In that situation, I think if JME was to reply and then platforms actually posted it, and you could say, right, you're pagans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you're just picking sides. You know what I mean? And you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a lot riding on this. I think, you know, whatever Jamie does or doesn't do is going to have a really big impact on at least my opinion of him, innit? Like, if he replies, even if it's a shit reply, yeah, which for all we know it could be, because Jamie's never been in a war, innit? And he's been exposed to having a basic flow now. So you never know, mate. But even if it's a dead reply, at least you've clapped back in it.
Exactly.
If you just like pretend it's not happened, then what is that, bruv? Then as Dot said, your whole album is void, bruv. Your whole album is void. The whole point of making it all vinyl and shit, that's all dead. You're not real, man. Like, do you know what I mean?
But I would say though, like, no disrespect to Jeremy, like, I love him. He's one of my favorite MCs. But yeah, man, like Dot's just put him in a position now where it's like you either gonna reply or you just shut up talking all that sort of talk because you're not about it.
That's it though, because Jamie's a bit of a perfect Peter, isn't it? And like now Dot's trying to knock him off that perch, and yeah, it's gonna be. I really hope they just reply, man. We're coming towards the end of December, innit? And we still haven't had any sniff of a fucking war because no one's replying to any. It's like
they broke tradition. They've broke tradition this year, innit?
They have. I don't understand why no one's replying either. Like, I don't understand it, man. It's just if people think Grime's dying, it's because of shit like this. Because the real Grime MCs, because you're allowing people to just diss you like that. And
100%.
But yeah, man. But hopefully next week we've got some more war dubs to talk about, innit?
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
But as well, we've had some new music, innit? So this has been the producer's week, man, because like we've had 2 albums of instrumentals from Rude Kid and from Teddy Silencer. Yeah, people should go and support them, man. There's a classic beat on Rude Kid's one called I Will. I love that fucking beat. I remember when it was first coming out in 2016, 17, and it was coming on Rude Kid sets, and there was this whole sort of running joke, like Izzy Gibbs, Get, Stormin, like they were all spitting on it, but they're not. And then like it was this whole thing, and now Rude Kid's finally officially released it. So, and that's it. Like people need to go out and support these albums, innit? Because like,
oh yeah, definitely. Because I mean, if you're a fan of Grime instrumentals, then you're not going to get better releases than from guys like Rude Kid and Teddy. You know what I mean? Like they're top of top. They're
exactly.
They're massive names. They're massive producers, and yeah, man, I'm all for it, man. I feel like my Christmas has come early. I grabbed both of them, and yeah, I'm a huge Rootkid fan. I'm a huge Teddy fan, and it's just like you said, man. It's what 14 tracks each or something like that, and it's just that's what Grime is, man. Grime instrumentals, that I love it. Like you said, that Arcade, that Rude Kid beat, I can see a couple of vocals coming from that as well. To be honest,
I really hope so. There's nothing I want more than for Gets to spit on that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I think
bruv,
definitely.
on Wiley's birthday bash, it was actually they did play that beat and Gets did spit on it like an 8 bar or 16 bar, and I was like, oh, this is what I've dreamed of for years, isn't it? But
Yeah.
it's to lay it down on a proper track. Get me? I'll fucking love if that happens.
Yeah, I think that. But yeah, everyone should definitely go and grab them.
I think
Teddy, the military EP in it from Teddy. Yeah,
Rude Kids, The Wait Is Over, I think.
Yeah. Go and grab them both. Trust me, or go and stream them on Spotify or whatever, man. Because excellent producers.
Yeah, definitely. We've had a couple other releases this week. So we had this is an interesting one. DWE, he done a remix of Fresh and Clean.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know if you heard it, but
I actually haven't at the moment.
Yeah, I haven't, man. It's quite dead, you know. Like, yeah, I listened to it, man. I was kind of like, nah, this is pretty dead, man. Like, it's just. It's like DW's kind of took it a little bit too far in that he's riding this wave and he's done like a remix of it, and it just for me it just doesn't. It's not nearly as good as the IKEA one. Do you know what I mean? Like he's done it where it's nothing to do with like a house or anything. He's sort of he's talking about politics and he's talking about like this and that in the news, Rebecca Vardy and all that, and like I don't know. I think he's sort of just reviewing 2019 in general.
I was going to say, is it end of year roundup sort of thing?
Kind of, yeah, and it just didn't. For me, it didn't come off well. He did drop a music video, however, for the original IKEA advert.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. The what's it? The agent, innit?
Agent, that's the one. Yeah.
There's so many people that will be able to watch that and relate as well, innit? Like just these slimy fucking agents selling you a shithole, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like you ain't been there, man. That video ain't gonna hit.
Been there.
Trust me, bro. Like that hit home, man. But it was fucking brilliant. But yeah, and then as well, there was a Big Nasty. He released a tune as well. BD on My Mother's. That was alright.
Yeah. And that's another one I'm gonna have to check out. Another one I actually ain't seen.
Yeah,
see, man. That's what I mean. These guys like promotion, man.
Yeah, man. This is it. Like, where are these
dropping tracks from nowhere, and you don't even know that they're out, man? Because all you're getting is one tweet.
Exactly, and if you're not proper on it, it's so easy to miss these things, isn't it? And this is again where I would blame platforms like GRM Daily and Link Up TV and that, because you should be pushing this. Big Nasty, bruv.
I might have to start a blog, man.
Like Big Nasty is not like some isn't it? Like he's not some random geezer. He's like, this guy's a legend, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, you're talking about top 10, top 15, or whatever you want to count them MCs, not just. Like you said, any random guy. These are big guys, man, and they got no idea on promotion.
Exactly, and this is it, because they're trying to like make money out of it, innit? But like, let's be real, yeah. If it wasn't for the likes of these MCs, these legends, GRM Daily wouldn't even exist. So like, why would you charge? It's wrong, man. Do you know what I mean? Like they charge people to tweet like their shit out. Do you know what I mean? And like stuff like that. It's like,
I saw a tweet the other day. But I saw a tweet the other day from Mac R, Stay Fresh. And he didn't say who, but he said that one of these platforms tried to charge him £600 to post his video. Now, you've got a lot of young grime MCs in this game. A lot of MCs are working, like, without being disrespectful, minimum wage jobs, yeah?
Yeah. That's not disrespect, bro.
Or they're going college or uni, yeah? They're not millionaires. And you're charging these people £600, which is 2 weeks' wages nearly. You know what I mean? To post their videos. Yeah. So to get their video on their platform, they got to give you 2 weeks' wages. That's just a liberty to me. You're taking the piss.
Yeah, it's a fucking mate. Especially like when you remember where they started, bruv. You think they were getting any money out of that shit? No, they were doing it because they love crime, just like you and me, isn't it? Like they're doing it because they love the scene and they want to like put it on on video for all of us. You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah, it's just that's just crazy, man.
bro, there's one word for it, man. Sellouts, bro.
Sellouts, like it's a liberty, man. It's a liberty. Like all these young MCs are just coming in the game. They've got this bright idea of what they think music is, and then they're dropping a track and they're gonna shout like a major platform, and they think, oh right, I'll get it on that platform, and people gas it up, and then they're being told £600, and it just deflates them, innit? You know what I mean? It's got to take it out of them.
Give up before they even start. It's just,
exactly that.
It's independent, but then they're not going to get support from anyone, innit? It's a fucked up situation, man. It's not. And then at the end of the day, all it is money, innit? That's all.
Yeah.
That's all these platforms are caring about.
And it's wrong, man, because these young guys don't make that kind of money to give you £600.
But yeah, man. Unfortunately, that's not going to change really.
It's the state of the world, innit, man?
But yeah, man. Anyway, hope we'll always cover things, and don't get me wrong. Yeah, we'll obviously miss the odd drop in it, but like
yeah, definitely.
We do our best, innit?
Yeah, innit? That's all we can do, man.
If there's nothing else to mention, then it's time to announce the album of 2019, the Grime album.
Yeah. Drum roll.
This is mad, yeah. So obviously we asked our users to vote between Money Over Everyone Free, Hoodies All Summer, Lord the Mike's 8, and Grime MC. Those are the 4 albums you and me picked to for people to vote for as the album of the year, yeah.
Yep.
So these are the results, yeah. People have a week to vote for these, right? So in 4th place, this is peak, man. Lord the Mike's 8 got no votes, bro.
None at all. Oh, mate.
That's peak, man.
That's a naughty one.
Yeah, man. But then, okay, so then in 3rd place, yeah, this pisses me off because it's so close. But like 31%, yeah, Money Over Everyone Free came 3rd, yeah. I think that's dead.
I think it should have been a little bit higher.
But anyway, and then 34%, yeah, we had a joint fucking winner. So Hoodies All Summer and Grime MC both got 34% of the vote, innit? And Money Over Everyone Free only got 31%.
So it's close between them, though, innit? Like,
yeah. Basically, a third of people basically voted for each one. So like, I don't know how we're gonna.
I'm saying Hoodies All Summer personally.
I mean, I would say Hoodies all Summer over Grime MC, but I'm still pissed at Money Over Everyone Free in this conversation. So like, I don't know, man.
It's the people's vote, though, innit? It's what the people say.
Yeah, exactly, man. We need a second.
So it seems like Kano's done the double. Got the best track and best album of the year.
Yeah, shit, man, that's true. Yeah, well, that's it. So then now we're going to have to do the final vote of the year, which is going to be basically the king of 2019, isn't it? In Grime.
Yep.
So what do you reckon, bruv? Who are we saying? Who killed it this year?
Are we doing 4 again?
Yeah, we'll do 4, innit?
I think, you know what? I only had trouble with one. Like the 4th choice is the only one I had trouble with. I think the other 3 speak for themselves. I got P Money, Gets, and Kano. Top 3.
Kano? Okay.
Yeah, because like he had the best track this year. For me, he had the best album. You know, Hoodies All Summer is just it's just everything an album should be. But I had trouble with part 4. MC 4.
Do you know what, mate? Just before you reveal who you're going to say, the reason I was surprised at Kano, I agree Kano should be in there. But I was really expecting you to say P Money, Gets, and JME. Because
I know Grime MC is a great album because I've spoke about this in previous weeks. So I'm a big fan of the album.
Yeah.
But other than that, I haven't really seen much from JME. And with Kano,
that's bad, bro. I was convinced you were gonna nominate him.
No. And I know it's the sort of same thing with Kano. We only heard all these all summer. But with Kano, that was such that's my best album of the last 5 years. You know what I mean? So I feel like I've got to put Kano in there. But yeah, Kano, P, Gets, and I'm gonna throw a curveball in for MC number 4.
Go on then.
And this is gonna surprise you, and it'll probably surprise listeners as well. But I'm gonna say SBK, and the reason I'm gonna say SBK is because he's so young. Yeah, but this boy, yeah, has just dropped quality release after quality release. Not just vocal, but we're talking instrumentals as well. And he's put in so much work. I've seen him on radio. I've seen him on stage shows. He's got his own clothing line now. And for me, I think he's had a great year. He's put his name out there, and he's just gonna go from strength to strength. So yeah, SBK will be my number 4th.
That's a big shout, man. Yeah. That's a good point. I wouldn't have thought of that. That is a surprise, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought I'd throw a curveball in there.
SBK on a personal level, yeah, because I'm young as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he actually got into grime exactly the same way as I did. So he heard That's Not Me, and that was the first grime tune I ever heard. And I just fell in love with the scene after that. And that was the same for him. That's what inspired him to be an MC. He heard that exact track, and
yeah, it's big.
And that was it. And then he just fell in love, and then it went from there. And that's exactly the same as my story. Yeah, so
that's my guy,
yeah,
man.
So I like him for that. But yeah, that's a great shout, because I would say I completely agree with you. P Money and Gets, them two for me. It's hard for me to choose between the two of them as well. But obviously we'll let the users vote for that.
Yeah.
P Money and Gets, I agree with. Kano, I don't know. Because he did. Do you know what? It's hard to argue with Kano, isn't it? Because he did win the GSI track and album of the year. Joy.
Yeah, he's got the double, man. He's on the Liverpool one at the moment. He's looking for trophy number 3, isn't it?
You had to get that in there, innit?
Yeah, I had to, man.
But yeah, he's got to be in there by default, innit? But then it's that 4th slot. I don't know, SBK, Dot Rotten. I would say. I mean, the thing about Dot though is he only come in the last couple of months, isn't it?
Yeah. Since the last quarter, isn't it? Really.
There.
Yeah.
Jamie. I was convinced you'd nominate Jamie. I'm quite surprised, but then I guess I don't know. And then you've got who else? Like you could even say Tommy B, innit?
Yeah, I debated Tommy B or Joe Fire, because I think Joe Fire, like, I don't know if you know Joe Fire, but he's been on radio so much, you know what I mean? And every time I look into radio, I'm hearing Joe Fire. So I was debated between SBK, Tommy B, and Joe Fire, but I've got to go for SBK, man. This boy is phenomenal. Like, to me, he's one of the best MCs that's come about in the last 5 years.
Oh, this is mad now, isn't it? Because we're gonna have to decide between us. Like, so we're agreed on P Money Gets and Kano.
P Money Gets and Kano, and number 4 is a toughie. It's a toughie.
I kind of want to put Jamie in there, but then I did just say about Dot Rotten that, like, you know, he only popped up in the last couple of months. And to be fair, you could really, although I don't know, because Grime MC, he's been doing the sets and stuff as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know what, in thinking about it, really, I think we have to go for JME, because he's been taking the Grime MC sets all over London, innit? So
yeah, and be fair to JME, right? Whether or not you agree with it, or I agree with it, I should say, it's like he's tried something different in it, and you got
exactly, and it is a great album as well.
Personal hit in a way, like in the fact that he won't make as much money as he could have, and that's what I really liked about his Gasworks interview, because he was saying, yeah, man, like I didn't, I just made it for the people that like this music. I didn't make it to chart, and that's what Grime's all about, isn't it?
Exactly. I remember that's taking it back, man.
Exactly. I remember one of my mates, he was trying to like have a go at me for listening to Grime. He's like, oh well, it never charts. I'm like, bruv, I don't care if it doesn't chart, yeah. I don't care if I'm the only person in the world listening to Grime, yeah. I'll do it and I'll love it just as much as I do now, brother. And just as much as if it was the main song in the world, innit? If everyone was listening to Grime, I'd love it just the same. Like, I think people that listen to music just because it charts, that's a pagan thing, bro.
Chart music, shit.
You don't even love music. How can you, like, piss me off, man? But yeah.
But are you trying to say that Grime shit because it don't chart, but then you got people like Lad Baby talking about sausage rolls going to number 1?
Exactly.
I'd rather not listen to the charts, man.
And do you know what I love as well? I can't remember who said it. I've got a feeling it was P Money, but someone was saying, like, brought, like, this sort of conversation about Grime, like, oh, why doesn't it get the numbers, isn't it? Bruv, Gangnam Style is like the most listened to song of all time, isn't it? It's like it was the first one to hit 1 billion views on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's a shit song, bruv.
Exactly,
Like,
and these shit songs
that-
get the most views.
saying, because that's got the most views, that's the best song, and that's the music everyone listens to. Nah, and
Gas.
I feel shit now because I've forgotten who said it. I think it was P Money. Oh no, it was
Yeah,
Getz. It was Getz. Getz said it.
Gas. Yeah, man. Getting back on topic. We sorted
Yeah.
our thought. Yeah, we happy with our thought.
So you're saying Jamie, yeah?
So yeah, I'm going Jamie, Getz, P Money, Kano.
All right. And if you, it's you're right, man. I mean, like big up SBK, Tommy B. Like I can definitely see them being like a nominee next year or the year after, innit? Although I've
they're
got a
gonna
feeling
smash it,
Wiley's gonna hit it next year. I think Wiley is proper on it for 2020, but you know we'll be there to talk about it, innit? But yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
definitely,
we've agreed on our top 4. Everyone's going to be able to vote for that, and I want everyone to fucking like pull their finger out in it and like get sharing that poll, man. Retweet it because it's going to be there.
Yeah,
And,
and at least give a 1% to someone, man. Don't make it like load of them actually.
Yeah, nah, that's peak, innit? But yeah, man. But what I mean for you personally, like, because at the end of the day, you know, we give our opinions as well. Who is the king of grime for you, and who's really killed it this year?
Personally,
innit?
I'm gonna say surprisingly, because he didn't make my final. No, wait, no, I can't say him, man. I've got for Getz. I've got to say Getz.
Yeah.
Because although like we haven't had an album from Getz this year,
yeah.
What he has dropped has just been so like bang on. It's just been superb. Like whatever he has dropped has been a banger, and I just don't think you can overlook him for the best MC right now.
He's done some sick work in it. Like he did that tune on Top Boy in it. Listen, that was sick.
Yeah.
He obviously. Oh yeah, Legends Don't Die. Of course, right for me right now. That's already going in like my all-time sort of top 10 as well, bro.
I think personally, if Getz would have dropped an album, he would have owned this whole year.
100%. But like. And as well, what he did a sick collab with Ocean Wisdom as well.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So I'm gonna say Getz.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna vote for P Money still, like because Money Over Everyone Free for me was so good, and the build up to it as well. When he dropped No One Shook, Where and When, then he dropped that. P Money's fucking killed it this year for me, and like just the work he's been doing behind the scenes, it's fucking everything. Even the show he did for the album release, where he brought on Dizzy Rascal, DWE, JME, Legends, bruv. Like for me, P Money, that's who my vote's going to anyway, innit? But you can make.
I can't argue with that.
But yeah, man. So that's going to be out for everyone to vote for. Get involved, share this podcast, please. Like, make sure you subscribe in it, and make sure you follow on Twitter at GSI Pod. We've been getting a lot of followers, bruv. Like the last.
I saw it. Yeah, man, it was just popping off.
Yeah, really happy about that. But if you're following us, subscribe to us as well, innit?
Yeah, please.
So then you can, and if you want, put the notification bell on in it. So then, as soon as the podcast lands, you're straight on it, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But big up everyone listening. Big up all the supporters, bruv. We're very grateful because we don't make shit out of this. We do it for love of the scene.
Yep.
Exactly. And yeah, man. So big up yourself, T. Like,
big up, bro.
We'll be back for the last episode of 2019 next week, where we're going to be announcing the winner of the King of Grime for 2019.
Yeah, and just want to say happy Christmas and a happy New Year to everyone who's listening. Hope you all have good ones, innit?
Yeah, man. All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you next week.